This is my absolute favorite topic. Courage is one of the most challenging leadership issues that women face, but when a woman finds her courage, she becomes empowered beyond anything else she thought possible. So let's get down to it. Why do we lack courage? We're smart, educated, intuitive, diligent, and resilient. You would think that we would epitomize courage. Our lack of courage ties back to that dreaded four-letter word that rules so much of our lives: fear. Fear of the unknown, of failing, looking foolish, feeling uncomfortable, being judged, getting fired, losing friends. You name it, I've heard it all. So let's rewind this self-talk just for a minute. Assume you decide to stand up for something and you fail. Okay, fine. The world didn't end. You surely will recover, and you may have learned something along the way. Maybe you end up doing something and looking completely foolish. So what? It's never too late to learn how to laugh at yourself and never take yourself too seriously. You might feel uncomfortable, but I bet you're going to get over that. And you may be judged. Screw up. You know you're better than that. So when you really stop and analyze the so what and the worst case scenario of all the things that we're most afraid of, we can live with the outcome of the majority of them. So the fear that's preventing us from demonstrating courage is largely manufactured because we're willing to accept and recover from most of the negative outcomes that are going to happen. Now, the chances of your fears actually coming true are so minimal. And even if they did, the world's not going to a grinding halt, and the upside is so much greater. So put your big girl pants on, and let's go figure out how to find your courage. When you look at the powerhouse women who seem fearless and take the bull by the horns, there are a few things they have in common. I framed up these behaviors to align with each letter of the word courage. C is for cut to the chase. Stop beating around the bush, being indirect, innuendo, applying a million apologies before you say something. People can't read your mind, and they're busy. Get to the point. You don't have to be mean about it, but be direct. O is for openly challenge. How many meetings have you sat in and realized the data was wrong, or someone says something completely ridiculous, or you have an idea but you didn't want to interrupt the flow of the conversation? When you openly challenge, you take the floor. Address your ideas and concerns right then and there. Don't wait for a better time and hope you might have a chance to actually take it offline. Responding in real time is so much more effective. U is for unflappable. The first time you try on your new courage for size, your heart rate's going to go up. You're going to feel your blood pressure in your temples. Your palms are going to get sweaty. Your voice may get a little wonky, but keep going. These fear responses fade over time and with practice. The good news is you're the only one that knows you're a hot mess, so fake it till you make it. When it comes to pretending, to be steady and calm. R is for revisit. And revisit hot topics regularly. People will often say one thing and do another. I know that's not headline news, but it does bear repeating. So when you know people are passively or passive-aggressively avoiding something, revisit it until that matter's resolved. We all know that yes doesn't always mean yes, and if you see that behavior continuing, hit it head on. A is for analysis. Nothing boosts confidence more than supporting data. So make sure you've objectively reviewed the data points available to you. Take a good mix of the quantitative and qualitative so you get a true story. Get a broad lens around things that you want to challenge to make sure that you're on strong footing. And G is for group. Chances are really good that you're not the only one trying to prove your courage. And if you're challenging a situation, there are other people who feel the same way and just don't have the courage to do anything about it. There's safety and sanity in numbers. Leverage your network and find that commonality. E is for empowerment. Empowering you to take on new challenges like never before, and empowering others to take action based on your feedback. That's about as good as it gets, so focus on execution. Give yourself and others the go-ahead to accomplish amazing things. So let's recap. Leaders who have mastered personal courage do so by cutting to the chase, openly challenging, being unflappable, revisiting issues, analyzing, finding their group, and empowerment. The Cowardly Lion from The Wizard of Oz spent his entire journey hoping for the gift of courage, only to find out he had it all along. Each of us has it in us. We just need to take that first step towards finding it. As always, I'm here to help, and you know where to find me. See you next time.